Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to the Wednesday stream. Got my Diet Coke from dinner. But yep, we'll be back in the single player world once again. I have been doing even more digging. I don't know, I've been really addicted to it, so figured we would continue that trend tonight as we've been doing for the last, I don't know, 5 or so streams probably. So go ahead and hop on into it and get going. Probably no shaders, I think. I normally just do those on the Sundays anyways. So we do need to go repair this pickaxe pretty soon. I did move the beacon. It was in the middle here. So I did go ahead and move the beacon. So yeah, we're gonna be in the nether, like I said, once again, doing some digging. I've been enjoying it, so why not? It's pretty soothing, pretty relaxing stuff. Big project that we can work on. So, pretty easy to be able to start and stop as well. Has been probably the best part about it. Is I can stop one place in one stream and just kind of pick up where I left off. And or just do stuff in between streams, which is pretty nice. So I haven't done as much in between streams, but let's do that. But there's still the opportunity, right? So, and you don't really miss much by doing that. So it's a ghast over there. There's an Enderman up there. Yeah. That's funny. Okay, apparently I shot right through the magma cube. That's great. I think it was last time. Do this. I think it was last time we took care of the shulker boxes, I believe. So let's do this. I do have the slabs here if we do end up getting down to lava level. As you guys can see, we've been slabbing up areas I didn't want to dig further down in, so let's do this. We have been, let's do that. There we go. We're actually running out of space, so we're gonna have to deal with that at some point. Let's head over, I think, into the end, and we'll go repair some of our pickaxes. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully everyone's doing well. I've been doing pretty well. Pretty simple week, thankfully. You know, it's been simple, not that it's been like free of things to do, of course, but simple things to do nonetheless. That's actually, I just went right past it without even thinking about it. My mind was astray. That was weird, because I had taken my lighter off, so that should not have happened. So let's head over to the Enderman farm. It won't take us very long to repair these tools. I probably don't need to keep doing this. I could just use my shulker box of pickaxes, but it's a nice periodic break. So let's do this. It can get pretty monotonous, you know, doing the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, that's true for anything. It's true for Minecraft Worlds as well. I mean, especially Minecraft Worlds, but it's nice to have a little bit of time to kind of do something different, break it up a little bit. I don't know what this song is. It is a little kind of weird with my Spotify playlist in particular. I probably should turn it off, but I have whatever feature turned on where it just puts like recommended songs. It plays those as well. So every few songs it'll play a song that's not in your playlist, which is nice if I'm just listening to Spotify. But I take these streams and I upload them over on YouTube, so not quite as nice for uploading to YouTube, because sometimes it gets, if it does end up being a copyrighted song, or at least a copyright claimed song, it doesn't be a copyrighted song where they're like taking the video down, but if it's copyright claimed, it can get restricted sometimes. So there's a mucho. How's it going? Welcome in. Go. So we've got that pickaxe, we've got that pickaxe. I was saying earlier, I do have a shulker box of pickaxes somewhere. Well, not completely full, but that I probably should start using. I think it's my extra tools. I've got a bunch of diamond pickaxes here that I should probably use, but it's fine. Like I was saying earlier, it is kind of it's a nice little break time as well. I just know that efficiency-wise, right, if we're thinking about like how efficient I'm using days in this world, probably more efficient to not do this, but not everything's about efficiency anyways. So. If you want to say hi, I'm exhausted from work, long crazy week, I'll DM. It was crazy though. Yeah, go for it. And feel free to just relax as well. You don't have to chat if you don't want to. Feel free to just relax, hang out. Emma started her first day of work at the new job this week. So I also feel that because she's been pretty tired. I think she's actually sleeping right now. She's been exhausted. She's normally, not normally, for the last like 6 months, she's basically worked from home 4 out of 5 work days a week. And she's going into a position that is like 3 to 4 days in the office a week. It's almost like the reverse. So first 2 days she was fine, or mostly fine. Was a little tired, but mostly fine. And today she's like basically crashed. So, which is fair. Let's head back to the portal, I think. Let's go. Alright. We head this way, we'll head to the Nether project. What's bothering you? Somewhere over here is a portal. Sometimes I'm half tempted to throw on shaders just because I can see further. My render distance is at 24. I don't know if it has anything to do with the simulation and the max shadow distance. Which might be, I don't know if that's a vanilla thing or if that's a sodium thing, but... Almost forgot to put my lighter on. That would have been bad. Actually, I could have, if I had gone in the, if I just dropped down into the lava, it wouldn't have been that bad. I do have a fire resistance potion on me. I should probably brew more of those now that I think about it. Maybe not right now, but I think I'm down to like half. Any picklins around here? Oh, okay. I'm down to half. Oh, I'm less than half shulker box now, so yeah, I should probably brew them. I've used quite a few, so. Alright, let's do that. Get out of here. Goodbye. 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 You hurt. I don't like mobs that hurt, so most, all hostile mobs. I say I don't like, they can be fun. It's just when you work on a project like this and get a bit annoying, then the project wouldn't be as difficult. So I just like play it on peaceful or something. I feel like there was someone I watched a number of years ago who played on peaceful. I don't know why I'm thinking this, but I almost feel like it's something I heard in like an Etho video from a long time ago. I think Etho used to say that he used to play solely on peaceful. Not for his LP. Maybe it was for his LP. I don't remember. I remember that being a thing. I remember thinking like, I mean, I guess you could. There's nothing prohibiting it. So you don't get some of the same mechanics you do if you play on, you know, easy or definitely not hard, so. Clear that out. It is nice though. I feel like after doing this dig, I'm not gonna need a magma cream farm at all. Of so much already. All right, yeah, I'll read it real quick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Mucho, that's insane. Well, can't say that your day wasn't interesting, so. Sane is a word for it, yeah. Yep. I mean, I would. That's not something I would get at my job. I mean, today I pretty much didn't move from my chair anyways, so. Kind of hard to see anything crazy when you don't move from the room. Unless something insane happened like outside of my window or something. I live in a pretty quiet neighborhood. Although it wasn't that long ago that we had, I don't know if I ever actually told this story. It's not a very long story, but we had we had like 4 or 5 police cars outside our house a couple months after we moved in. They were detaining someone, arresting someone. I don't know what actually happened. A couple of neighbors were out just kind of looking at it, and I went out and joined them. I was taking Bailey out. And I didn't even hear them come by, but they were on the side of our house. Like our house is on a corner, so we're facing one street, but then we have like a street next to us that goes to a cul-de-sac. And so they were parked like on the street that goes to the cul-de-sac, basically on the corner, and all the way down. I was like, what is happening? And to this day, I still do not know what happened. All I remember is somebody like crying because they were getting handcuffed. So did not seem like it was a particularly great situation. I asked some of the neighbors who were standing outside, I'm like, do you guys know what's going on? I don't think they know either. They may have found out and just never told me later. But that's like the worst we've had. Wasn't even that bad. I do hope whatever it was, the people were okay. No. No. I really gotta get better cover for this, man. I keep losing shulker boxes. Seriously? I'd have that. Okay. Not helpful. Blowing up my shulker boxes. Why don't you? Oh my goodness. Alright, we're gonna move all this stuff. Because this is like the second time this has happened now. And I can't I can't keep having this. I'm gonna start losing too many shulker boxes. We're gonna move it someplace a little easier. You come here. You're dead. Yeah, that's right. Be gone. Instead of up here, do we already want to? We could put him back here, maybe. Be a little better. Yeah, a little bunker or something. We do have this area back here. I could dig this out a little bit. It's a little better. Almost perfect. There we go. Let's do that. You can go there. I mean, I understood it, so you're good. No worries. Been there. So tired you can barely type. Yeah, I do feel like I've been more tired recently. Honestly, a lot of that though I think is just I'm getting up earlier. Just by nature of Emma getting up earlier, I end up getting up earlier too. I think she left by like 7 this morning. Contrast to before this job where she basically worked from home most of the time, so she wouldn't actually roll out of bed till like 8 and then start work. So that's a whole hour of difference, which when you go to bed at basically the same time. I think we went to bed a little early, but the struggles of being an adult, not something that I mean, I struggle like with some of this stuff as a teenager, as a kid, I guess, as well, but gas tier. Trying to get more gas tier so I can make a dried ghast. Another one. Yeah, I can't imagine 4 a.m. My dad used to get up at 3 a.m. to go to work. He'd wake up at 3 and then he'd get home by like, I guess it depended. Sometimes he'd be home by like 3. Sometimes he'd be home by 7. Just kind of depended on a number of things. So yeah, I remember that as a kid, and I was like, no, thank you. I do not want that in my life, if at all possible. Hey, what's up, Duke? How's it going? How you doing? How you be doing today? New name's looking pretty good on you, though. If I may say so. Nice, dude. I saw your message, but I knew I was gonna be going live, so I'm like, I can't. So. For aim shift, I'll wake up 2:15. Get dressed, eat, then get off home by 2:45, 2:50 tops. Yeah, it is like the earlier shifts can be nice because there's very little traffic. Same when I worked retail back in like 2018. I would have the closing shift generally, so it was 1 or 2 to like 10 o'clock at night. By the time you get off of work at 10:30 at night, you know, they're also at a point where there's like basically no traffic. So I would go to work and pretty much no traffic and go home and pretty much no traffic, which was nice. So yeah, it's weird. It's almost like a very old school squad of people here. Feels a little weird, you know, but it's pretty cool. Like we back in like 2016 now. You sound like you need to go to bed, Mucho. Can't type anymore. Oh, you did not peak in 2016, dude. Come on. You peaked in 2016, I peaked in 2016. I wonder, there's gotta be a point in everyone's lives where they do peak though, right? Or do we never think that there's a point where someone peaks? The joke is always that people peak in college, right? Like, haha, I peaked in college. Or I peaked in high school. But is that real? Maybe for some people? And maybe in other ways it's more of just a feeling, like I feel like I peaked in X year, X place. I'm getting a little more, I guess, philosophical about it now, but it is interesting to me. Maybe we both did. Peaked in one way though, right? Like I feel like you peak in different things at different times in life. Like I would probably say retrospectively my presence, like my focus in life being online probably peaked in I didn't peak in 2016, but I probably peaked in like 2018 because I was streaming so much back then. And kind of looking back on it, I actually did have a bit of a social life, which is weird to think about now because at the time it felt like I didn't have much of a social life. But looking back on it now, compared to now, I probably had more of a social life, which is funny. Sleep can't hold it anymore. Fair enough. Calls is very likely it. It was in high school. But I do still feel like, you know, maybe some people do peak in general at certain moments, but I do really feel like you peak in different ways at different times, right? Like, my health was probably at its best in high school as compared to now, but now it's not bad. It was just definitely better. Well, actually, probably college, early college. For a wide variety of reasons. But are we talking like peak accomplishment? Because that's, I think, like another metric. And, you know, what do you consider to be an accomplishment, right? If we're talking peak accomplishment, I haven't hit that yet. So, at least I don't think I have. So I guess when people say peak, they hit their peak. It probably also depends upon what you consider to be the criteria for your peak. More than anything. It's all about mindset. Philosophical, yeah. Peaked at Hypixel Skywars. Peaked at Hypixel Skywars in 20. Yeah, I mean, I peaked at Hypixel Skywars in 2016. I peaked in Rocket League back in college for sure. I'm definitely not nearly as good now as I was then. I'm still champ though. Low champ, champ 1. Somehow, I'm still champ. I don't know how. But I was teetering on like grand champ back then. I did hit grand champ very briefly. Yeah, these being a nuisance. What do you want, baby? What do you want? What do you want, sweetheart? She wants to go see Emma, so I'll let her out. I think this is right. I know that. How? I know that got kind of deep, but I do think, especially a concept like that, is all about mindset more than it is like facts, I guess. You know, just always believe that right now is your peak, and then you'll never truly have peaked. You know? I always feel like that's used in a negative context as well, right? Like I heard it a lot growing up. Oh, so and so peaked in high school. Oh, so and so, you know, their peak is always gonna be high school, right? We're talking like school bullies and stuff, right? That was always the argument. It's like, oh, this is gonna be the best time for them, and you're gonna go on to do great things, and they're not. That kind of thing. Mindset is everything. I'm an old wise sage now. Sorry, it's because I turned 26. You know, I'm just so wise now. You know, I'm an old person. I hope nobody believes that. The older I get, the more I understand that people are just kind of figuring things out in life. I think because I'm just figuring out things in life. And then I think back to like times in my life where adults didn't really make the best decisions. At the time, you know, you're a kid, you think, you know, at least I did anyways, that adults, they know what they're doing. They've got it all figured out, right? Nah, they don't. No. There you go. Yeah, once you hit 26, it's like, I think I said this on, did I say this on stream? I said this to somebody, and they just like looked at me like I was saying something really wrong. But I do kind of feel like when I hit my mid-20s, I did kind of feel like things in life just started to make more sense. And I said something about like, I feel like I almost felt like my brain was fully developed. Like I could feel the moment when my brain fully developed. It's probably not that, but there is a point I feel like where, and it's more gradual than it is a point. As I've gotten older, it's like I understand the world in ways that I didn't 8 years ago, you know. Now that being said, I understand it more. There's still like an infinite amount of information that I don't know about the world. But I know more now than I did 8 years ago. So, I think last year we were talking about education. I do feel like education for me probably, like, let's say education, more like formal education, right? Because we're always learning. I think the transfer of knowledge into my brain at a rapid pace definitely peaked in college. I don't learn as much on a day-to-day, I don't learn as much information on a day-to-day basis now than I did as a kid and in college and things like that. But interesting to think about. But they pretend I do. Some do, yeah. Some pretend that they know what they're doing. There's also some who just don't ever say that they know what they're doing. Oh no, go away, go away. But the assumption is that they know what they're doing. Even though they may not explicitly say it. Just by the way someone acts and the decisions that they make, they can give off the feeling that they know what they're doing. I've been told that I do that, which I did not know for a while. But it's one of the first things people like at work have said whenever they've met me is, "Oh, you seem very confident." I'm like, I don't feel very confident, but I do present that way, and it's taken me I think a long time to kind of wrap my head around that. That I don't believe that I know what I'm doing, but I present that way. So, and it's more so the things that I say rather than in the way that I act at times, more than anything else. Because I think people just kind of read into that, maybe a little too far. But, and then there's an aspect of it where I am a lot more confident now than I was 8 years ago in a lot of things that I do. But I don't think I would describe myself as being confident. Just more confident than I was. Which honestly isn't a very high benchmark, but it's gonna be a pain. It is actually gonna be a pain to finish this. You see all these magma cubes? There are so many. To fight them all. Come across that way for years. Yeah, maybe I've always been like that. I don't know. I never noticed it, I guess. Maybe it's stuff I developed in high school too. Because I was definitely like told a number of times as a kid, like, to be more confident. Because I was never a very confident kid. So that might have also rubbed off without me noticing it. Like I was always the kid double, triple, quadruple checking my answers on tests and not wanting to make decisions on my own because I never felt like it was the right decision. So I'd always ask somebody else. Versus I'd see other people just like making decisions and doing stuff, and I was in my head thinking, how do you do that? I can't just make a decision. I have to like double, triple, quadruple check everything that I'm doing. I guess I don't really do that anymore. So. I told you're saying Gremlin Duke. I was talking to someone at work about, you know, for those who don't know, I'm a software engineer, and so my day-to-day is code. Generally, I mean, I say code, but it's a lot of meetings as well and documentation and yada yada. But one of the things I told someone I work with is that I'm not a particularly social person. I feel like I'm a pretty awkward person. I said that actually multiple times to multiple people. I feel pretty awkward. I feel like a very awkward person. And every time I say that, people give me weird stares. Or say no. Or in particular, right at work, the person I was talking to was like, compared to other software engineers, I'm not awkward. So, no, I was telling this to Emma. I actually told this to her mom, who looked at me like I was, you know, not looked at me, but basically said I was wrong. I don't come across as very awkward. I feel very awkward. I think that's also the disconnect there, is I feel very awkward in conversations and in social situations. Part of that is just humanity, I'm sure. But I've generally been a pretty antisocial person. Especially in high school, I was a very antisocial person. But even throughout college and stuff, I tend to stray away from social situations. A couple new people started at work, and I was talking to someone. I was like, they're like, hey, you should go up and introduce yourself. And I was like, nah, no, thank you. that just was an anxiety-inducing thought of having to introduce myself to someone. But maybe everyone's like that. Maybe it's just the introverted nature of myself. Part of it's probably just a story to tell myself too, because just as I was saying introverted, someone I knew in college didn't realize that I was introverted for a long time. And I said something about like, oh, I don't normally do those things. I'm pretty introverted, so I tend to stay away from those social outings and conversations. And he kind of looked at me like, really? I'm like, yeah. It's like, I don't know, you seem pretty extroverted to me. I think YouTube and Twitch has trained me to be able to talk well enough. Which may be part of it too. It's amazing the skills. I mean, I've been doing this for almost 11 years now, off and on. It's amazing the skills that can get built up when you do something for long enough. I'm still not great at talking to people, just like in general, but taking a train of thought and kind of rolling with it, and just kind of saying whatever comes to mind and have it make some level of sense. YouTube and Twitch, you know, streaming and video making has helped a lot with. So definitely one of the highlights and reasons why it, you know, if you're thinking about making content, you should try it out. You get enough experience in it, and it positively affects other parts of your life too. So Come here. Come to me. Thank you. I'm waiting for the magma cubes to come here because I didn't want to. There we go. Don't have to reach across the pond there. The lava pond. This is particularly interesting. This one actually has a saddle on it. Must have ridden that Strider at some point. Just cool. I don't remember doing that, but I had to have at some point, otherwise why would I have a saddle? Unless, I don't think Striders generate with saddles on them. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you all know more than well, you probably do know more than me on that. I don't think I've used a Strider in years to do anything. They're a fun little mob in the Nether though. I just don't have many uses for them. Alright, we're gonna grab some slabs. Because I want to start slabbing up this area. Start reducing some of the spawns. Maybe it'll concentrate the spawns, but we'll deal with that. It'll at least reduce the surface area for spawns. Diet Coke time. Yum yum. Those Diet Cokes kind of watered down, so. There's a restaurant called BurgerFi. I think it's a chain. Obviously they sell burgers, so we ended up ordering dinner from there tonight. The burgers are fine. Like, Emma really likes them. I think they're just fine. But I also got a drink there, and their Diet Coke was definitely very watered down. So. Alright, start back here. Ow. Don't you do it. Horrible. Can't believe it. I said don't do it, and the magma cube still started hopping towards me. Why, oh why, oh why. Okay, that was the magma block. It was not the magma cube. Go away. Go. Bye. Why are you doing this to me? Why must you be like this? Ow. Okay, stay over there. Don't hop towards me. I heard the ghast. Didn't know where the ghast was, but I at least heard the ghast. There we go. Place a few of these down. Away we go. Probably right out of slabs, but it's fine. I made a whole bunch of stone slabs at some. Oh, you know what? These came from the fortress. They're stored in my storage system right now. But I slabbed up the whole nether fortress at one point. Really? I overshot the ghast? Really? Seriously? There we go, finally. 2016 Whitefire really was peak Skywars. Would have hit that shot back then. Occasionally I hit some crazy shots. Not that time though. Go. You're gone. You're gone. You're done. You're done. Thank you. How about no? Finish slabbing this area. I never did end up getting a new mouse though. I think I talked about that a while ago, that my mouse, I think it's the right button, sticks a little bit. I say stick. It doesn't really stick. It just doesn't press down at times, or it presses down too long. So I guess that is sticking a little bit. It does weird stuff. My my keyboard will do that as well. Or like if I press the forward key for too long and I left up, sometimes it'll still move me forward. The key just gets a little stuck. But this keyboard I've had is a Razer Deathstalker, for anyone curious. It's not a mechanical keyboard, it's a membrane keyboard. I tried to get a mechanical keyboard years ago and I hated it. So I went back to the membrane keyboard I have. I've had this for probably about a decade now. It's crazy that it still works. Occasionally, like I said, it has that one stuck key, but apart from that, it works pretty well. It's pretty good. Definitely recommend. It's one of the better keyboards I've seen. And this mouse isn't bad. This is a Logitech something. I forget what the actual brand is. It's a completely wireless mouse. I think I've had to place the battery like once in it maybe. The problem with this mouse is it's basically a finger mouse, so it doesn't have any palm support. It's literally just on my fingers, which is not great for extended periods of gaming, I will say. So that's where I kind of wish I could get a different mouse. The problem is the reason I got this mouse is that you might be able to hear it a little bit, but it's pretty quiet. Most mice are pretty loud. You know, they've got mechanical things. For whatever reason, this mouse is much quieter. So that's why I got it. I'm considering ordering another one, even though I haven't had it that long, and it's had some, you know, issues with the right button. It's just so quiet, it's hard to beat. I don't like noise, especially, again, something that content creation has drilled into me, but trying to reduce as much background noise as I can to help with audio quality. One of those things being my mouse. Mouse, keyboard, make sure I don't have a fan running, that kind of stuff. Okay, I need to put this away. So all this is slabbed now. Woot woot. So let's put this stuff in here. Do that. This goes here. Gravel goes there. I'm gonna grab my tools. The shovel. Thank you. I think that has actually really helped with the spawns here. Slabbing it up a little bit. That's pretty good. Go right through the middle. Magma cube, don't you do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm looking at you. I'll be very upset. I'm gonna be very upset if you come after me. I'm very upset. I'm very upset right now. Both of you have failed miserably. If I talk like they can actually hear me. They obviously can't. Wouldn't that be interesting? I wonder if there's a Minecraft mod for that. I mean, there is a voice mod. I just don't think it affects like mobs. Like, what if you talked into the game and like mobs could hear you and they use that sound as a way to be able to like figure out your location. Wouldn't that be interesting? Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Scooby-Doo. Seriously? There we go. Use add-on for simple voice chat allows wardens to hear you, but I could be... Oh, there could be something for wardens. Yeah, I forgot, because wardens, they use sound inherently, don't they? So like having a mod where wardens can hear your voice also makes sense. Imagine if other mobs could also hear you coming. It'd be pretty neat. I don't think they have the mechanics built in for it, but it would be pretty cool. There we go. There we go. Cool. Oh. We're gonna do that. Cool. I'll leave the gravel where it's at. I'll end up slapping a lot of this. Speaking of mods, I need to check again to see if the 1.21.9 mods are ready. I know 1.21.10 I think is coming out, if it hasn't already, so I might just wait for that anyways. Mojang's change in I need to go back and actually read their reasoning behind why they changed their version numbering scheme, but or I guess the release scheme, really. But it is interesting to think about the fact that like 1.21.9 is a whole new set of features instead of, you know, that being a 1.22. Yeah, a lot of things aren't in. I guess .9 came out a week and a half ago. So it hasn't actually even been that long. Feels like it's been forever though, I'll tell you that. I think because we had like previews and stuff for so many months. Pre-releases, release candidates. Well, we didn't have release candidates till recently, but snapshots. Ooh. Alright, we're gonna take one of these for gravel. Here we go. And you are Blackstone, and you are Netherrack. We're almost done with this section, which is pretty nice. At least part of it, up to there. It's not entirely that section, but we might then move on to a different part of the perimeter then. We'll see what I do once we finish flattening out all this area. And just as a reminder, I'm not planning on stopping here. You know, like we're gonna take this all the way down. We're gonna get rid of the lava and take this all the way down to whatever bedrock is below here. So this isn't the end with me slabbing it and all. This is more of the beginning, I will say. This project's been going on for a few years now. It wasn't until the last few weeks that I decided to start digging things out properly. I had started digging out the fortress a year or two ago. Didn't finish it until most recently. But speaking of the fortress, any wither skellies over here? No. I need to get more wither roses. That's why this farm isn't doing particularly well. There's no wither skeletons, which is fine. Ooh, let's go get ourselves some slabs to help me out. Keep things from spawning. There we go. Slabberonis. The Mr. Slabs. The ethos of the world. In block form. Mr. Slab. It is still funny when I watch some old videos, hearing people refer to slabs as like half slabs. And I think some people still say it. But it's funny because it's not half a slab, it's half of a block, but it gets called a half slab. Long live half slab, yeah. It's funny that it's inaccurate, yet people still say it, because it just, like, I understand it. It sounds right when you say it, but it's not right. There my mouse goes. Damn, my mouse goes. Go. Oh, okay. All right. You win. You gone. You gone. You gone. Do this. Thank you. And that. Okay. Put the magma cream away. Over here. We're gonna take this stuff with us, I think. The little piglin was about to die. Anyways, let's take that. We are going to, I think, go put this stuff away in our storage system. We're gonna grab ourselves some more slabs. And probably repair this pickaxe. Then we'll head back. So if we're gonna go this way. I was trying to reorient myself to see which way I'm supposed to go. Lean back a little bit. Alright, don't crash. Crashing is bad. Don't like crashing. Crashing no good. Also known as bad. No good equal bad. Head to the overworld. We can put some of the stuff away manually. Like the shulker box unloader's fine if I want to just drop and go, but we have bulk items like this, like honestly can be a little slow. What's up? Good morning. Rise and shine. What's up?
What's that?
Yeah, Duke changed his name.
Okay.
Unbelievable, Emma. This happened in the last 12 hours and you don't know yet? Unbelievable. Here, over here. Hello.
Hi, Duke. I'm tired.
You're not built?
I was asleep on the couch.
Old Duke is gone forever. I can't believe it. Old
Sorry,
Duke is gone.
the old Duke can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because it's like the Taylor Swift song.
Oh, is that a Swiftie song?
Sorry, the old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Because you're dead. From Look What You Made Me Do.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Copyright claim. Hey, let's go. No more math geek. Emma tired. I mean, it is pretty good. Instead of I'm tired, Emma tired. You're a tired.
Oh, baby. I was reaching down to brush some of her hair out of her face and she rolled onto her back.
You think, where did you wrong?
You did nothing wrong.
Wait, where did you wrong, Mom?
You're an angel.
I'm an angel.
Angel baby.
How do you know I'm an angel, baby?
Because you're my baby.
So you're biased. Got it.
No 100.
Oh no, I fell. Oh no. Send help. I'm stuck in my storage system. No, I'm not anymore. Okay, I'm good. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Okay, now Emma's gone. She left me forever. She left me forever. Oh, she put Bailey in her perch. Okay. Cool. Bailey has a perch for those of you who don't know. It's a wooden stand with a bed in it. Sometimes during the workday I'll put her up in her perch. And she'll just go to sleep for a while. Or she'll just stare out the window because it's right in front of my office's window. So sometimes she'll just stare out the window. Which is fair, I would say. What's up, Jack Rody? How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well today. Let's load the rest of these in here. Put the bath salts away. All the bath salts that I'm never gonna use. Or who knows, maybe I will use them. Make them into smooth bath salts and you never know. my hand a little bit so it doesn't fall asleep. I feel like the circulation to my arm gets cut off by my desk. Oh, actually, my hand is probably pointing upwards, which is why it falls asleep. The blood is rushing to the elbow instead of the hand itself. Is there a... Ender chest, ender chest, ender chest. E chest, E chest, E chest, E chest. Ender chest? Ender chest? Ender chest? I think I went over here, right? No? No? That was me earlier. Okay. Go over here. I know I went over here. I knew that already. Oh, it's working. Item elevator's working. It's doing its thing. Netherrack and gravel. I think actually both of those go up here. It was actually a pretty good ender pearl throw, given that I was walking sideways. Gravel. That got you. And give me you, or give me death. There we go. Magma blocks need to be put away. Oh, this is on the bottom level, I believe. This shulker box is done. Cool. Netherrack should be over here, I think. No, I know. Beautiful. I'm just a little bit smart, but only a little bit. There. The rest of these are on the bottom. So magma blocks are going to go over here, I believe, in the nether items. Yep. Quartz, soul sand. Soul sand. Mushrooms, music discs. So all of this, all of that goes over there. No, mushrooms actually stay over here. This, no, this stays here. Actually, you can take these and make these into magma blocks. No, you can't uncraft them, but we have plenty of magma cream in here, I think. Yeah, we have plenty in here. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. That is all gone. The mushrooms, I think, go over here. Such a big storage system, I forget where things go half the time. Yeah, right here. I just have so much stuff. A lot of stuff. Gunpowder there, okay. Or, sorry, gold nuggets there. Not gunpowder there. Not here. Mob drops. Gunpowder should go here. I think I put flint here as well. Yeah, I did. Okay. And we are sorted. Oh. There we go. Let's go. Honestly, let's just go to the mob farm. It's the closest place. We don't have to run all the way out to the end portal again. And I could use some more gunpowder. I had to, so I don't know if I think I showed this at some point. I had to raise this platform up a block. I don't know if the distance that mobs dropped changed or what. It must have. But when I updated to 1.21.8, I think mobs were no longer, mobs were dying with where the platform was previously. So I just had to move it up one, and then it was fine. But part of the reason I do this is because this is still currently how I get my gunpowder. I don't have like a gunpowder farm of any kind, like a specific gunpowder farm. So I just kind of sit here. I think if we down here, yeah, I've got 53 gunpowder, and it's what I use. Oh, it's what I use to make more rockets currently. So this farm does very much need a visual update for sure. There we go. Or some casing around it. My initial thought was to do like a hot air balloon over here, but we'll see what I actually do. I think a hot air balloon would still look pretty cool. I just have to design one, and I've never made a hot air balloon before, so I don't know how to make one. So I'd have to kind of design it, create it first. Just Chump, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Hopefully doing well today. Ooh. Somebody wants to leave.
Hello.
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Thanks, Sculper. Appreciate that. Don't know how to ever learn in creative. Yeah, it's a great idea. I do need to. For sure. Bailey's like biting her leg, and I don't really know why. You doing okay there, Bales? I'll let you out. Have fun. Hey Trism, how's it going? Welcome in. It's a lot of days I cannot do this. Give it enough time. Give it enough time. You could. I bet you could. Oh, someone has thorns. My chest plate on.
Hello.
Thanks for the follow, Archer. Appreciate that. Welcome in. What's up, Bong Bong? What's the question? Hey, Archer. Hope you're doing well today. I'll throw these in here. Yeah, for sure. The occasional slip up, like I'm not gonna be mad about it, but we do try to keep it clean language in here. So. Over the years, there have been a plethora of reasons why I've done that. But I would say now that I'm older and I've been doing this for long enough, I just like the clean atmosphere. It's just how I like to run things at this point. So nothing against, like, I curse in real life for sure, but I try to not do that here. Fair enough. Yeah, try to keep it clean. Would be appreciated. Nareem, how's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, and I appreciate you trying your best as well. I know Even some folks who have been here for years now have a hard time keeping it clean sometimes. Or even remembering to do that, right? If you're so used to like cursing, you know, then I get it. I got back into Minecraft doing co-op modded. That's something I haven't played a whole lot of is modded. That sounds pretty cool though. Like true modded. Like I have some mods on this world, but they're content creation or performance stuff. I'd have to look up exactly what they are now, but I prefer as vanilla of a game as I can get, generally. And I think in large part it's just because there's so much of the game I haven't done. I feel like mod is kind of an extra thing, but I also used to play on a server that had a ton of mods on it. So then create Astral, nice. Sky Factory 2.5 is the greatest mod pack ever. Clip it. All of what, like 5 episodes that we did? I don't even know if they're still up on my YouTube channel or not. Tinker's Workshop, nice. I feel like I've heard of that before. Some kind of Tinker mod. Do you remember if it was 5, Duke? I don't actually remember how many there were. It could have been like 3 or something. I don't know. But it was like 8-9 years ago now, so neither one of us probably remember. So. Hey, thank you for the pizza rolls, Breezy. Hopefully you're doing well today. Alright, I think we're good now. We can head back to the nether. I'm gonna stop by the base first, and we're gonna sleep. Live on Tinker's Workshop, you make wooden tools at the start, then make tools and other things to upgrade them with your run. Makes the tools feel personal. Like you upgrade the wooden tools? Is that what you're saying? You add like modifications to them? It was 5? Wow. Did I say 5 first time around? Did I say 5 episodes? Did I get that spot on the first time around? Incredible. if I did, I don't even remember. Oh, wooden to bronze, nice. That is something interesting in the vanilla game as well, since they've added, for those who don't know, in the latest update they added copper tools. Remember when those were first announced, I was wondering what like the path would then be for someone starting a new world. Is it gonna be that they go from wooden to copper to iron, wooden, iron, copper? What that path was gonna be, or if people just skip copper entirely. With the same tools, yeah. You just add upgrades to the same tools you've had. That's pretty cool. Wooden tools usually have a pretty low durability though, right? So can't have them for too long. Give me some pog names for my tools. What kind of names? Is it better than Bob? Which is my pickaxe's name. We got Bob and Pink Sparkly Unicorn. We got Jeff the Shovel. Kevin the Helmet. Duck, and Goose for the main parts of my armor that I use. So. These are just random names that I thought of. Maybe chat thought of. I'm trying to remember. It's been over 4.5 years now since this world started, so I don't remember most of the things anymore. For those wondering, I started this world in February of 2021. Oh, I don't know why I'm up here. It's pretty cool. So, I've had this world for quite a while. The day count isn't exactly reflective of how long I've had this world though, unfortunately. There was a period of a couple years where I didn't really play much in this world, and so it got put on the back burner, we'll say. So we're now being more active, which is good. Oh boy. Automod caught it. Oh, I was supposed to get. Oh, I gotta go back. I gotta go back. I need slabs. No. I was totally not thinking about it. Hey, Thebrex, how's it going? Just gaming, fair enough. Appreciate it. I can see your message though. So channel is called Stop. It's hammer time. We got Spoonie for the shovel. Axis, how bad can I be? That's one being a reference to the Lorax. Nice. I forgot that Automod catches that. I feel like that's a more recent thing. If it sees any bad words, naughty words. Alright, we're flying back. I cannot go without my slabs. My half slabs. My ethos slabs. Mr. Slabs. Can I ever do a hardcore world of Minecraft? Why is that? Just don't think you'd survive long enough? It's not my thing. Prefer hardcore in other games. Okay. That's fair. Completely fair. Like Terraria? Okay. That's a game that I bought a long time ago. I haven't played a whole lot of, but that's fair. I know the trend more recently is Forever Worlds. Let me see. Down here. So I'd say more people than not these days. Hardcore was a pretty big trend for a while, especially when with Phil's original 5-year world. You know, people started playing more hardcore and it became a trend. Hardcore Minecraft 100 from, was it John Bams? Maybe? I mean, actually need to go all the way up. I saw a post on Reddit, you know, because I browse Reddit, because that's, I guess, what I do now, where someone was talking about they were ending their Forever World, and the replies were talking about how it's no longer a Forever World, or why they hate the Forever World trend, because things end up not being Forever Worlds because people end them. So I guess I'm of a similar mindset to that, so I kind of get it. I think the term long-term world makes a lot of sense, but it's very difficult to really call something a forever world when you don't really know how long it's actually going to last, right? And it kind of, because you could eventually end it, right? A lot of people do that. I find the term forever world to be pretty restrictive, and I don't really like being that restrictive. I guess. If you're saying your world is a forever world, for instance, you know, like I was saying, that's the new trend, then it really prevents you from other opportunities to create new worlds. I was thinking about this because I contemplated making like a commentary video about this at some point, but I would not be where I am today with the world that I have if I did not allow myself to create other worlds. I learned a lot by making new world after new world after new world. Doesn't mean I'm going to do that forever, but I've learned a lot just from the act of being able to restart and build something fresh and get new inspiration and get all the new updates closer to me and things like that. So I feel like hardcore was kind of similar. People were like, oh, I gotta do a hardcore world. It's like, you don't. And you can do hardcore once, you can do it for a few years and move on to something else. That's cool too. You die a few times, that's fine. It's Minecraft, do whatever you want. Just don't box yourself in if you can help it. Especially as the game evolves and new things come out. So, heading over now, we got all of our slabs. Got our ethos slabs. One aspect of Create Astral I'm looking forward to is space travel. We have a space mod? Is there a space mod? Uh-oh. Am I going the right way? I'm going the right way. I think I am. I hope I am. Am I lost? Nope. There's a beacon around here somewhere. I think it's this way, maybe? I'm lost. Help, I'm lost. Here we go. I see an Enderman. I see another Enderman. I see another Enderman. Another one? Another one? Another one? So many Endermen.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. Thanks for the follow, Bonk Bonk. Appreciate it. Alright, I gotta figure out where I'm going. It's the AD Astromod. Add Astromod. Nice. Very cool. Probably adds a whole bunch of stuff for space travel too, right? Negative 228669. Nice. Okay. Let's go by foot maybe. We're gonna go this way. Actually, we'll go this way. How did I miss it? Oh, there it is. Just out of view. Thank you, Fog. Really appreciate it, Fog. I'm gonna get some more rockets while we're here. Oh goodness. No. Can't play smoothly on Linux, so I'm forced to use a third-party Prism. Benefits I can download mods and mod packs directly from Prism. Yeah, I have the Prism launcher. Yeah, I think it's Prism. I have the Prism launcher as well. When the server I used to play on, I would have to switch between that wasn't mod packs, but just these like, it's almost like a custom mod pack, different sets of mods quite a bit. So it was nice just be able to just copy an instance, have all of like the same settings, and just replace the mods. So using the first party launcher that Mojang gives would cause some issues like it logging me out and other annoying issues. Yeah. Yep. That's why, so I use, for this world I use just the regular launcher, but I also don't play anything, for the most part I don't play anything on this, using this launcher that I can't just like play vanilla, so. Only mods I have for this world, I think I have Sodium, Iris, Flashback for recordings for content stuff, Continuity, maybe Logical Zoom for that. I don't like the others. Like there's Zoomify and like other Zoom mods, and I prefer Logical Geek Boys. So it's basically just like Optifine Zoom. I used to use Optifine for a long time. I didn't use any mods. Okay. I only used Optifine. Be quiet, alarm. So when I switched over to using Sodium a number of years ago, there's like Zoomify or whatever, which is one of the mods, Zoom mods that's available, but I wanted to keep Zoom, but I didn't want to have that particular mod and the multi-zoom capability that it has. There's multiple layers to it. I just wanted a simple press the button and zooms in a fixed amount like Optifine has. So Logic did a pretty good job of making a mod. So and he's done a great job of keeping it updated as well, which is nice. Go. Downside of splitting windows so hard I refuse to use. Oh, downside of spiting windows. I refuse to use Windows is that everything breaks. I refuse to use Windows, everything breaks. Try running Optifine on Linux. Spoilers, it didn't work at all. Yeah. Most people have abandoned Optifine at this point, so in favor of Sodium. For like that kind of optimization stuff anyways, so. One second, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, and also a lot of things probably don't run on Linux. What distribution of Linux do you like to use? Hollow 3.0. I must not be up to date with things. Oh, the one Valve provides. I didn't know Valve provided one. Interesting. Okay. So I feed the Beast launcher. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people just tend to use Windows for most things. I feel like Windows is like the de facto operating system that everybody uses nowadays. I know that there's people who like Mac, you know, and like their Apple computers, but if you're not using an Apple computer, you're probably using Windows. There's a very small portion of people who prefer some kind of Linux distro over other things. When I was in college, my Linux class used Fedora. And if I use Linux in like a professional setting, we use something based off of Red Hat normally. So Rocky is what a lot of people like to use. There's RHEL, which is Red Hat Enterprise Linux, which you have to pay for, I think. Maybe. Unless you're using like a Well, you have to pay for it at enterprise level, like actually truly enterprise, like business level. For development stuff, you can get it for free. But comes with the Steam Deck as default, but it can be ripped off it on any other device. Cool. Yeah, pick whatever distro works for you, for sure. The classic ones that I always knew about, not always, but for the most part knew about were the Red Hat based stuff, and then the what's it, Debian based. So I think Ubuntu's Debian, if I remember correctly. I am outdated on my Linux distros for sure. There we go. Look at us go. So proud. Go team, go. There we go. Do that. I don't have start on Linux though if it was Batman, but over time, loving the OS, it's slowly grew on me. Yeah. So I'm a software engineer by trade. I in college and then in my professional life I've had to learn to love. I mean, I do love Linux in a lot of ways, but we don't do as much with Windows. So at least a lot of the environments that I create software for usually are Linux based. Yeah, you can have that. I think I bought it for you.
I never know with stuff like that, you know? Like, is that you? Is that me? I thought you said that was for you.
Emma, remember when we got married and what I've said more recently. What's mine is yours, and what yours is yours.
Take notes, chat.
Yep. Winning. Go team. I learned to love Linux to avoid going to Windows 11. Oh gosh, yeah. My PC I'm streaming from right now is Windows 11, which is not terrible. At least it hasn't been terrible for my use cases, right? But that's one big red flag. Yeah, this PC came with Windows 11. I didn't really have much of a choice if I was going to use, because I couldn't use Windows 10. I mean, Windows 10's EOL is end of life is, I think it's this month. It's at least by the end of the year. So if you want any kind of support for Windows, if you're using Windows, you got to be on Windows 11 at this point. So for my uses, just playing games, it's been fine. Hello? I killed the piglin. Oh man, good on me. Piglin equals dead. Next week, yeah. I was looking at, I think it was Red Hat. They have like a specified schedule for each one of their major OSs. We're on what? They've released Red Hat 10 now. It's like I think it's like a 5 or 6 year period. And it's very regimented. I'm like, you guys go up regularly, like every few years you have a brand new major version. I feel like it's a lot. But I think that'd be a lot to keep up with, especially. But alright, we need some slabs. Unbelievable. Spawning on the beacon. Unbelievable right now. How dare you spawn on the beacon? Not allowed. Do this so that we have a lot fewer mobs to deal with. You still miss Windows 7? Fair. Simpler days. I still miss Windows XP. Only for the nostalgia, if I'm being honest. Only for the nostalgia of playing computer games on Windows XP. As a kid, we had this one of the first games I played on PC was if any of you know what the toy, I guess a toy series, Imagine Next, like a bunch of castles and dragons and stuff for kids. They had a computer game, a pirate computer game, and they had some other like castle-y computer game that we used to load off of the CDs into the computer, put it in the DVD CD drive, and play. Pretty fun. Now this is in like the early noughts, but or mid noughts, I think, 2005, 2006. Anyway, it's not like I was suddenly wanting to go Linux. I wanted to go when I had to go Windows 7. Windows 10 was similar enough; it was tolerable. Windows 11 was thrown too much in their OS to warrant me having trust in that OS. Yeah. 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 That's what happens. How they sell more copies, they keep adding stuff. I mean, they I forget, there was some features that they added that were okay, but and before it turns into an OS that's completely maintained by AI. We're still a few decades away, but it's coming closer than people think. All right, so we. Oh no, you didn't. Guest here. Beautiful. Depends on the applications of AI. So sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not. Sometimes people try to use it for more than it. I say it. There's all kinds of AI. But, you know, I talk about it as kind of one conglomerate. There's all kinds of good and bad applications of it, so it depends on the applications. State of my OS, I don't want anything slowing down my system that I don't want, yeah. There's a fear in the software development world is stuff getting slower because the further along we go in terms of building software, the further away from like bare metal, the further away from the ones and zeros we get with the languages that we use. So like a language like C is very close to, that's what Linux was built in. I think for the most part, it's really close to, it's a lot closer to ones and zeros. You know, it's not assembly language, which is like the closest, basically the closest you can get, realistically. But then there's more modern frameworks, more modern languages that like are more human readable and human maintainable. But people get afraid of being too far away from the way things actually work. Just fair. I get it. I'm gonna deal with this chunk, I think, now. I've been trying to decide which next area of this world I wanted to tackle. So I think we'll just do this. There we go. Mm-hmm. Biggest benefit of Hollow 3.0, you get a gaming mode, not desktop mode. Most background tests like wallpaper and stuff, they stop being functional. There can be 16 gigabytes of RAM available to run some games like Monster Hunter Worlds on high graphics. Yeah, do a good job optimizing. That's awesome. Well, a distro like that, like you're saying, was made by Valve, right? So it's probably optimized for gaming in particular. I mean, the fact it has a gaming mode, for instance, helps a lot. Yeah, so pretty cool what you can do with how open source Linux is. Can make cool stuff. Just, you know, part of the whole point of open source licensing and open source code. Enable people to make bigger and better things without having to pay for it monetarily. Not everybody can afford, well, most people can't afford that. Maybe a big corporation could, but most individuals can't, so. What is it back here? Big old lava lake. I don't know why I'm doing this. I actually want that. I'll actually do that. Why not? Use Proton, which is a damn powerful compatibility layer for Proton 9.1. Working on Proton 10 since that is in beta. Nice. All kinds of fun software being built. You love to see it. Alright, let's do that. I don't really contribute to the open source world, but always thought about it. Like, I've got some skills. Just at least a little bit. I've thought about it, like making mods for Minecraft and stuff. My experience is in like things like C and C++ though, so I would not say I'm particularly good at Java programming, which is, you know, would make modding Java Edition a little more difficult. Not that it's impossible, I've used Java before, but I'm mostly a C++ person historically. That's what I learned in college, and that's just what I know the best, so. That's better. Let's go back and at least 30% of my messages had to be redone to be more family friendly. It's a struggle, right? People definitely have issues with it. I've learned over the years just like to audit myself. When I go into like streamer mode, those words just generally filter themselves out without me even thinking anymore, because I've been doing it, like I think I said earlier, for like almost 11 years now. So, and I've always done it this way, so it's hard for me to even imagine the other way around. So, I'm not filtered. Fair enough. All right, which one do we want to do next? Because I did finish this. I want to pick up the beacon. I just don't know where I want to go next. We could start here. Actually, you know what I could do is I could just go up there. We do need to dig all the way up, but I think that's a later problem. I've been trying to get rid of like the big stuff. So I could go over here. Well, that's what I was gonna do. Like this weird floating island thing right here. That'd be pretty easy to deal with. A couple floating things right here. Be gone. Your pickaxe name is based on a funny drink. Nice. I've been calling it after a hard soda. I've never had said drink yet. Is it a sign that you should? Maybe? If you're able to. Like to try one day? Nice. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Fixed that. Okay, there we go. We got rid of those bits, which does help me. Could start on this part next. I don't necessarily need. I might still move it over. I don't necessarily need beacons for this section. Time I go dry on anything hard, I give myself at least 1 month grace minimum before I can have anything. Yeah, fair enough. Whatever you feel like works best for you, go for it. I really do feel like I should bring that beacon over here, but I feel like it's gonna be a lot of effort to do that. Keep your addiction to energy drinks. There you go. I guess thankfully never really got into energy drinks. So like Monster and Red Bull and things like that, I never was not my thing. Hello. That was very rude, Magma Cube. Really? 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 Okay, you're dead. You're gone. Erased. That was very rude. Okay, I'm bringing the beacon over here. This is too much for me. Oh, with skeletons. Oh, let's go kill him. Let's go kill him. Let's do it. Now they are. It's one. Ah, no more. Okay. Yeah. Thing here. Oh, maybe somewhere, kinda, sorta. No, there, not. Okay. My favorite one is the mixed energy, followed by a triple shot of French vanilla coffee. Nice. Oh, we got another pair. Look at us go. Look at us go. I wonder if it helps that, because I slabbed up that area, there's probably more mobs spawning over here. I wonder if that helps at all. Probably does. So I'm getting a little off topic, but. Oh. A skeleton did spawn. How did the skeleton spawn? I thought skeletons weren't supposed to spawn on wither roses. I thought it was literally just wither skeletons. I'll have to keep an eye on it then. But I thought I just saw a skeleton. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was just wither skeletons that could spawn on wither roses. I didn't think any other mob could spawn on that. Oh, there's more. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I love it. That is 3 groups of wither skeletons that have spawned while we've been standing here. That's amazing. I haven't seen another one yet, but there's just a beacon option to boost decrease spawn rate by 50%. That, yeah, I mean that would probably be a little OP. I feel like. To balance, you know, the grindy portion of the game with, you know, the efficiency portion of the game. So. Let's keep an eye out and see if there's any skeletons that spawn there. Because it's going to be a bit of an issue if skeletons can spawn and shoot my iron golem. I will say that. They should not be able to spawn and shoot my iron golem. Because that'll be not good. Go. That was a pretty good sign that we got so many wither skeletons to spawn. Because when I first built this, well, when I first edited this farm to have wither roses instead of, you see the big platform here, previously before I had any wither roses, it spawned everything basically. So it's good to see that the more wither roses I add, probably the more spawning platforms, more spawning area we have. I don't need these anymore, so these can go bye-bye. So I bet if we continue to work on removing spawnable area around here, we'll continue to get better rates, especially over here. So there's some magma cubes here, and there's some spawning in still, which I'm sure is affecting spawn rates. Third game joining is a, I don't even know if I know how to pronounce that. What kind of game is that? I don't want to try to pronounce it and mispronounce it. Gotcha, okay. There we go. Okay, we still got 2 skulls. Yeah, so certain words it catches. It's fair enough though. Let's do this. Oh, go away. Unbelievable. Always shooting at me. Hello, Piglin. How have you been? Doing good? Doing fine? You're dead. Oh, I missed. I missed again. That's better. No missing, please. Don't like that. No, no, no. Alright, let's put this beacon somewhere. This game's from 1997. Wow, that is... Well... It is fairly old now, but it's not old in general. I don't think. Maybe it's my perception of what's old. I don't know. But in terms of game, you know, it's almost 3 decades ago. So yeah, or it's 28 years ago. No, yes, 28 years ago. 28 years ago. If I could talk, wow. Hey, go away. Thank you. What we should do is put this down there somewhere, this beacon. Because beacons go up infinitely, but go down only so much, I believe. Well, never having a lot of projectiles. Nice. We'll clear out area right here, I think. Maybe. With the pillar all the way up. Yeah, let's do that. 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Goes here. Use difficulty at least 15-20% of the screen is covered with projectile. Wow, interesting. Hardest difficulty. Oh boy, what is happening here? There we go. 6, 7, 8. Wow, hardest difficulty is 88 to 90% of the screen. That's crazy. It'd be like only being able to see my sword. If that. Do this. Any more blocks? I think so. We have to pillar up. Da, 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 da. We need a pillar up here. If I can grab myself some blocks, maybe. Just a few. That might be enough. To give a recommend if you enjoy suffering. I don't know if I do. There we go. I need to pillar up. If I can stop jumping, that'd be nice. Oh my goodness. Don't knock me off. If anything's up here, please, 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 please. Okay, we're good. We're fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drink my fire res potion just in case we run into lava. Just enough blocks. Incredible. go. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. I think that's a top bit of bedrock there. Or at least I don't think there's a block in between. It might just be solid bedrock. So we'll see. If we pillar all the way back down and the beacon doesn't turn on, we know we need to move 1 or so to the left. Then we can try again from there. There's a block in between, I think. That's no fun. I think we can just move 1 this way. Maybe? Nope, 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 nope. Thank you. Actually, probably need to go back up and look. Pillar back up. So I'm grinding ultra difficulty, bonus difficulty, so I can get to the unnerved X stage, and that means I can't get hit too often. You go through stage 1 through 6 without using continues. So 1 try through the whole game. That does sound brutal. But yeah, it definitely goes back to, if that's the kind of game you like, you know, go for it. Yeah. Alright. I think we need to move 1 to the right. No, 2 to the right. Actually, instead of that, we move 1 to the left. Yeah, we move 1. If we move 1 this way, we'll be fine. So yeah. Okay. I guess now it's 1 to the right. This is why I enjoy hardcore Terraria. Terraria also can be so punishing. Yeah, Terraria is difficult. It's a very difficult game. Can be a very difficult game. I feel like Minecraft's easier, but from what I've seen watching Terraria, I haven't played a whole lot of it, so. Okay. So do that. Do that. All of this stuff. Needs to move here. And here. No, go away. So many of you down here. And then this. Go bye-bye. Okay. You could definitely go away. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because you didn't see 16 pixels on the screen that blended the floor means you blow up ending your hardcore run, yeah. There we go. Nope. Haste 2. Gotta love it. Alright, y'all. Bunch of torches back, which is kind of nice. I think we're gonna wrap it up there for today. It's been a good stream, been a solid stream. Appreciate y'all being here. if you're new around here, I'll throw some links down in the chat. Feel free to check those things out. I do have a Discord server. That's if you want to stay notified. Other than turning Twitch notifications on, that's probably the best way to get notified. I have things like Twitter and Blue Sky X and Blue Sky, and Instagram. I have a YouTube channel. A lot of you already know this, that I post over on YouTube. It's been a little bit now because I've been working on this grindy bit in the world. But yeah, it's been a solid stream. See you next time I pop in chat. No idea what that'll be. So I typically stream Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern and Sundays at about 1 p.m. Eastern, excuse me. So I think that's listed on the schedule on my channel. And if I end up not going live at those times or days, or I switch things up, I usually say that on Discord. So yeah, we'll see. Thanks for hanging out there, Rex. I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I appreciate you all. It was nice to check back in. Yeah, it was good to see you again. I appreciate whenever you're able to stop in and say hi, or just stop in general. Have fun, bong bong. Have fun. Yeah, I should be back on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, and we'll get back to, I don't know what I'll be doing at that point. We might be back to grinding through this again. Just having a lot of fun with it. So, but I will be trying to get a YouTube video out. At least start working on one this week. I've just been so focused on this. So, yeah, enough of me rambling. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate you all, and I will see you all probably on Sunday. So, take care, everyone. Bye. See you, Duke.